Okay, forget Thanos. This is where the action's at. Captain America facing off with the president of America. Hashtag resistance. Or, just a typical Hollywood actor like Chris Evans finding new ways to show us how much he hates Trump. And here's why none of us should care. I'm Ben Davies. This is Pure Hollywood. First off, Chris Evans was the star of what I think and most critics also believe is the best Marvel superhero movie to date, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I love that movie, and no surprise, it's also the most conservative one in the entire series. Of course it is. Where he plays a character with values completely contradictory to his own. That we as Americans have a right to sovereignty and that everyone has individual freedom. And fought against villains who wanted to preemptively wipe out people based on wrongthink or predicting that they may rise up against them one day. Leftists. But that's the beauty of movies, right? But now Chris Evans, the current Captain America, wants to continue the fight against Trump by stepping away from acting for a bit to pursue more politics and starting a political website to, quote, create informed, responsible, and empathetic citizens, unquote. That's okay, but I think Hail Hydra would be an easier way to describe that. I say great, more power to you, Chris. It's a free country. I can still enjoy your movies and think your political views of the world are as pointless as Hawkeye or Black Widow. It's all good, really. It's your free time. Do what you want to do. It's not like when Brie Larson clearly stated that Captain Marvel would be an activist movie and literally said that some movies like this are not for old white dudes. And that's the difference here. You have your entire life to pursue what you want to pursue and live in whatever fantasy world you want to. Just like how people live in a fantasy world where they think Black Panther was the first African-American superhero. Because in the real world, there was Spawn, Steel, 3 Blade movies, and Catwoman starring an African-American female. But it's okay, people can live in a fantasy. And I'm so glad as of now, Chris has not injected his leftist fantasy into the movies. But let's actually look for a moment at Captain America's views on conservatives and Trump. Views that he is so passionate about, he's willing to alienate half his audience and cut ties with his hometown hero, Tom Brady. Hashtag resist the current administration. Saying that if Tom Brady is, quote, on the Trump train, I might have to cut ties. It's really tough. Chris is hoping he's woken up, unquote. And that's really the most clear image of the leftist narrative going on. What does everyone need to be woken up to? By what metric are things going bad? Let's see, unemployment, the fight against ISIS, bringing soldiers back from overseas, violent crime rate, more equal representation nationwide, people getting off food stamps, the economy booming. How about our carbon footprint? All of these have improved under the current administration. So what exactly do people need to wake up to, Chris? I mean, what is it other than the whining insanity of the leftist media and their own little useful puppets in the entertainment industry that just continue to spew misery and division across the country? Like Loki with a scepter. It really is just kind of sad when you think about it. The only place people like Chris Evans can point to for people to be woken up to is how they themselves feel. How agitated they are, how angry they are, how mean everything feels. Emotional responses that every individual has control over. And not a former reality TV star billionaire that could not care less living in DC. But as I say again, I think it's great that we don't have to care. We can still love Chris Evans movies. I do, because Chris acts in awesome movies. And he can pursue his political views of America everywhere he wants to, even if they are more of a fantasy than the films he acts in. I'm Ben Davies. This is Pure Hollywood. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and even click that bell symbol down there too to make sure that you never miss another video.